Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, spui să mă cheamă propriu destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit, fiindcă avem o singură viață care umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De ale, de ce ale, nu știu ce să aleg. De ce ale, teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, yeah. De alei, de alei, de alei, de alei. De ce alei, 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 alei.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu prea
ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life, one life. One life, one life, one life. One life, one life. One life, one life, one life. Learn it, love it, live it.
Hi and welcome everyone to another stream on this channel. Good evening everyone, thanks a lot for joining the stream. The midweek stream, this is going to be a much more shorter stream that you're used to, but again today we're going to talk about everything that happened so far, all the information we got so far ahead of Gameweek 17 it is, right? the next Gameweek. Thanks a lot for joining, really appreciate the support. Hopefully you can hear me. Hi Herlosvile, hi everyone, thanks a lot for joining the stream so early. So yeah, hopefully everything is working out fine. We're going to move to my team. If you don't have if you have some questions, if you want me to rate your teams, just drop your teams on my Twitter. You have the link to my socials in the description of this live. So yeah, we're going to start real fast with this stream. Moving to see how my team performed in Gameweek 16, my big failure, talking about the freight. But yeah, it is what it is. It was overall a really strange season for me, at least. But yeah, we're moving into the right direction anyway, so hopefully we can get inside the top 100k sooner rather than later. Now, if you want your team to be rated, if you want to send me some photos, some images. Just a second. You have the links, as I said before, into my description. My Twitter account, X account is Denis_FPL, and yeah, you can DM me, or you can just drop your screenshots here. I think my freed was a bigger failure than yours. Yeah, we're going to discuss about my freed, but yeah, hi not Nepo, really good to see you here again on the stream. Really appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for joining by. Yeah, so as I said before, drop your screenshots here if you want. On Twitter, and then we're going to discuss a little bit about your teams. I'm going to try to give you some advices. Now let's just move to this was my team in Gameweek 16. As you may know, if you watch my content, I use my free in Gameweek 16. Now I hope, again, I got 80 points, so usually 80 points is a pretty decent score, but considering that I've gone on my free without Haaland, without Phil Foden, who were in my normal team, it just feels like a failure at the moment. But overall, yeah, the fruit wasn't that bad. Really happy with my Chelsea boys, Sanchez and Chaloba, 6 and 9 pointers. Palmer, again, really unlucky that he didn't get at least 60 minutes. He should have got something like 8 points or 7 points, or even 9 maybe, if he was to get some bonus points. So again, maybe I knew before that it was a risky pick to go for Palmer, so I can't really complain too much, because at least he scored compared to other players like Dango and Thiago. Really happy with my punt on Ekitike, 13 points. Yeah, again, that Liverpool game gone pretty much how I expected it to go, because if you remember on my stream, I was talking about Liverpool. Somebody asked me, and I just say that I didn't think that Liverpool are going to destroy Brighton 3-4 nil, but I totally thought about being a 2-0, 2-1 for Liverpool, something like that, and that's what happened. So really happy with Ekitike, obviously, but the the sad part is Haaland matched him, so he got also 13 points, and I don't have Haaland into my team, so he pretty much destroyed my rank. Now I still got a decent green arrow. I'm 176k from 260k, so again a 40k green arrow. We're going to take it. Yeah, Watkins again, just 5 points. Bruno Fernandes obviously saved my free, but he was also in my normal team, so I can't really be so happy about Bruno Fernandes. And obviously the disaster, which is Arsenal defense, Lewis Kelly and White. The only two players, the only two defenders I've gone from Arsenal didn't get 60 minutes, any of them. And with Lewis Kelly, again, bear in mind that he was on the bench. I expected him to start, considering that Calafiori was suspended, but somehow he didn't start that game. And after all that, he obviously came in after 30 minutes and 1 or 2 seconds, just enough for him to not get a clean sheet. Now, the good part and the good part about obviously this situation was that Arsenal didn't keep a clean sheet, so at least I've got that, because I could have just gone for someone like Braya and Timber, or someone like Hincapie. But yeah, it is what it is. White to get injured, Luis Kelly to play 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Yeah, really, the team I expected to get the most points from, Arsenal, really were rubbish. We're rubbish, but it is what it is. Dango, Thiago, again, another two players who blanked. Other than that, my free was decent, but yeah, a shame maybe that I didn't go for someone like Harry Wilson, for someone like Foden, Haaland, but yeah, it is what it is. The thing with Arsenal is also, if I would have gone from for other players from Arsenal like Eberechi Eze, he also got 1 point. And yeah, it is what it is. All the Arsenal players besides Bukayo Saka pretty much were really bad in this gaming, so I can't complain too much. So yeah, this was my free in Gaming 16. Drop me your free hit if you want to see how you guys perform in Gaming 16. But yeah, this was for me. And talking about my team, I'm going to upload my team selection tomorrow, I think, for Gaming 17. I'm pretty much locked in if any other injuries are not going to occur. I had 5 free transfers because I used my free in Gameweek 16, and already I used 2 free transfers, so I'm on 3 at the moment, as you can see from the screen. 1.7 million in the bank. So I sold on Sunday, I think, Munoz to buy O'Reilly, because I think that both of them were looking to O'Reilly was rising in price, Munoz was dropping, so I just didn't want to lose all that value, so I made a transfer. And luckily for me, O'Reilly didn't get injured or something like that. And yesterday I made also my second move, which was to sell Unge to Semenyo. Now I know Semenyo is on 4 yellow cards. I'm going to take that risk. I'm going to take that risk. He is going to play against Burnley. I looked at other midfielders I want to buy for Gameweek 17, but honestly, Semenyo is just the outstanding player for me. Talking about specifically for Gameweek 17, if you gave me the choice to pick between Saka or Semenyo for Gameweek 17, I'm picking Semenyo against Burnley at home. So hopefully he's going to do something. And if he's going to get that yellow card against Burnley, then I'm just going to sell him again. But that's the plan at the moment, to roll my other free transfers. I have 3. So the plan is to go in Gameweek 18 with 4. Mateta is the other player who maybe, again, I'm thinking to sell obviously in the near future, but considering that let's see if they are going to rest Mateta in Europe, and if he's likely to start against Leeds, I think that I'm going to take that chance. I think that there's not a lot of reason to sell Mateta, because I could just do Mateta to Ekitike, but I just think that that's not a move I want to do. I want to make this gaming. So yeah, I am in 59 position. Um, could you check mine from your mini league? Yeah, we're going to check that. I've sent my team on Twitter. I have triple captain and free left, triple captain 17 and free 19, probably. Yeah, probably. I made a free draft, and I think that you saw it, Herlotsville, on Monday, I think. So if you like that team, if you think that's much better than your actual team, you could use your free in Gameweek 17. But I think that this is the best opportunity to use your triple captaincy on Erling Haaland. Now, hopefully, it's going to work out for you. And then in Game Week 19, I think that Man United are playing against Wolverhampton, right? Or against Burnley, something like that. So you can triple up on Man United, and probably not a lot of people are going to have that. So probably I agree with your strategy. But we're going to take a look at your team also. I also have a quite a big benching dilemma also. Yeah, so if we, I'm not sure if that this is going to show on screen uh really good. So yeah, I'm going to check your team, but I'm not so sure how good it's going to look on screen. We need to move to the page 2. 59 position. Isaac in the morning. Okay, so this is your team. Ian, 82 points. So I don't know what you're talking about. Your free, it was better than mine. 82 points. You had also Haaland. You had Thiago and Watkins. Yeah, it would have been nice for you to go for Ekitike here. But again, you've gone for Rogers. Congrats on that. 15 pointers. I knew that you talked about Rogers before GameX 716, and I didn't think that he was going to do that well, obviously. And yeah, congrats on that, Chaloba Sanchez. So you have pretty much my team with some improvements. You have Rogers instead of Bruno Fernandes, which is the actual plus 2 points, the difference between us. So yeah, really nice free team. Just imagine if we picked, I don't know, if you picked Ekitike here, if you picked Harry Wilson, but again, nobody could have ever knew about White and Lewis Kelly, both of them getting 1 pointers against Wolverhampton in the best fixture they're going to have all season. So yeah, it feels really bad. Yeah, Harlotsville, I'm not seeing your DM. Maybe I should refresh my page. Oh yeah, here it is. Bench Anderson or Anderson? Hello, Dennis. Hi, Florine. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again. Good evening, also. Yeah, but I also had Foden and Bruno in my original team. Yeah. I mean, 82 points usually is a nice score on a free, but yeah. Uh, so this is your team, Herlotsville, to play Anderson or Anderson. And also they are playing against each other. That's really funny. So yeah, Dewsbury Hall is going to be out. Chow also is going to be on your bench. Verbruggen versus Kelleher. I think that this is a pretty close call. If you ask me, I don't know. I feel like I rate more the Brighton defense, but at the same time, I think that the fixture is a little bit better for Bramford. So whichever goalkeeper you're going to play, of course, one of them is going to get a 1 pointer, and the other one is going to get 20 points or something like that. So it's going to be that way. Harlotsville, Timber, Lacroix, O'Reilly, Foden, Haaland. Yeah, you have a pretty decent team for Gameweek 17. So probably there's no need to use your free. So I would use it in Gameweek 19 probably. Now Anderson versus Anderson, it's an interesting. I think that I would start Anderson, the midfielder from Nottingham Forest. In a normal season, if we talk about how I would have played in the last years, obviously, every time I would just go for the attacker. Now because this season they have defensive contributions, and Anderson is a really good player for defensive contributions, I could make a case to play Anderson from Fulham, but at the same time, Anderson from Nottingham Forest, both of them are great for defensive contributions. So I think that I would go for Anderson from Nottingham Forest as you're playing him in your starting 11. Yeah, it's close, but I think that I would go with the attacker because also in this case the attacker is really good for defensive contributions anyway. So yeah, it's not a problem. Now, real short till other people maybe are going to ask some questions or send me their teams. I want to take a look. Let's start with this. Let's start with Gameweek 17. Now, I'm not so sure how many people are still having chips available, free, wildcard, triple captain. This is how the teams are ready to score in Gameweek 17. So again, if you're talking about the free, definitely you should take this into consideration because obviously Man City have the best not the best fixture, but they are the best attacking team on this list with a really good fixture against West Ham at home, so they are predicted to score the most goals. So definitely have three players from Manchester City. Players from Bournemouth are really good. If you have them, keep them for this gaming. If not, again, if you think about buying someone like Semenyo, just be prepared for him to get a yellow card and miss Gameweek 18. But in this Gameweek, I think that he's nice. If you have Brighton players, I saw a lot of people selling the likes of Minte, which again, Minte is going to play in the next four against Sunderland, Burnley, and West Ham or Leeds, I think. So the thing is Brighton have three really good fixtures in the next four, and also they are going to play against Arsenal in one of them. So again, if you have someone like Minte, I have him into my team, probably just going to keep him. The fixtures are good. The fixture in Gameweek 17 is good. Other than that, if you're looking for some defenders, the Arsenal defenders are still good. Now, bear in mind that after this fixture, they're going to play against Brighton, and then the fixture run gets a little bit more trickier for Arsenal. So, again, I could also go for to buy an Arsenal defender, but at the moment I'm just not sure which one to go for because if someone like Gabriel is going to be back sooner than we thought, then I really want to have Gabriel into my team. So probably doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people to buy someone like Hincapié. Now, if you want to go for Timber, if you want to go for Calafiori or Saliba, I think that's perfectly fine. They are still the best defense in the Premier League, so that's not going to change. But the fixtures are going to get a little bit more trickier. And if you have the opportunity to go for someone like O'Reilly from Manchester City, I just don't think that he's a less better pick than someone like Calafiori, for an example. I think, considering his attacking threat, Brighton. again, if you want to go for someone like Van Heck, that's fine for the next four if you can bench him against Arsenal. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Thanks a lot for your review, for your review and suggestions. Thanks a lot, Herlosvile, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Now, those benching headaches for you are pretty close. Verbruggen and Kelleher. Honestly, I need to think, I don't know, 1 or 2 days to decide which goalkeeper I'm going to play from those two, because I think that both of them have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. With Anderson and Anderson, I think that I would go for the midfielder, who's also great for defensive contributions. So yeah, I sent my original team on Twitter. We're going to take a look at that also. Not Nepo, Spidey, yo, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. No idea at all who to bench. Yeah, let's look at your team. So, Petrovic, Dubravka, easy decision. You're going to play Petrovic. Richards, O'Reilly, Timber. Oh my God. Yeah, already the bench is really good. If you have the bench boost available, I would be tempted to just use it. Um, yeah, Timber, O'Reilly, Richards. Someone like the Kuiper is an interesting one. Again, if you want to go safe, probably I would just go for Richards because he's also good for defensive contributions. For what's worth, the Kuiper, I don't think that is going to play out of position anymore because Mitoma is back. So if the Kuiper is going to play, he's going to play as a left back probably. And the thing is, I'm just not 100% sure the Kuiper is going to start. That's the only problem. But I think that there is a good account on Twitter who predicted the exact team that started in Game Week 16, so you could check them out to see how Brighton are going to line up for Game Week 17. But probably I would just go for Richards, O'Reilly, and Timber at the moment. Um, if the Kuiper is 100% sure to start, then I would go probably the Kuiper instead of Richards for the chance of some attacking returns. Other than that, Fernandez, Foden, Wilson, Rogers, and Minte. Yeah, this is a tough one. Also, considering that Wilson scored a lot of points in Game Week 16, it's going to be really tough for you to bench Minte. But again, on paper, I think that the fixture is a little bit better for Minte. Uh, he also plays probably in a slightly better attacking side in Brighton, and the minutes should be decent also for Minte. So yeah, that's a tough. It's a tough decision there to play Minte or Wilson. With Rogers, I think that I would start him against Man United. We saw Bournemouth scoring 4 goals against Manchester United, so they are not a really good defense at the moment, United. So probably I would just start Rogers. Yeah, that's the decision there to make, Wilson or Minte. And in attack, Mateta, Haaland, Ekitike. Yeah, probably I would start this. I wouldn't start Minte ahead of Haaland, ahead of Ekitike, ahead of Mateta, maybe. But again, Mateta on penalties probably is going to start, probably is going to get at least 60 minutes. Minte could also be subbed off at some point if the game is going to be over. So yeah, at the moment, I agree with your selection, and probably that's how I would line up also for you. Um, Unfortunately, no bench boost. Yeah, problem with the Kuiper is he didn't even play at all in Game Week 16. Yeah, the Kuiper is a really unpredictable player, and to play, I'm referring to his starts. Uh, yeah, I'm going to try to find that account on Twitter who predicted the exact team for Brighton in Game Week 16, because he was really good. Now, again, that doesn't mean that he knows how they're going to start every game week, but maybe that's going to be helpful for you. But at the moment, I don't remember the name. Um, so yeah, that's the problem with the Kuiper. Other than that, yeah, I agree with your selection. But at least if any of your players are going to miss out somehow entirely, you have a good bench. So that's the positive. Now, if we move back, because I want to make this live stream also to be able for everyone to watch it if they want after it's going to be stopped being live. Top teams to target Game Week 17-22. Let's talk here a little bit about the teams you should target. Um in the next 70, 80, 90, 20, in the next six, in the next six game weeks. I just bought Wilson and Ekitike, so I think I want to start them. Yeah, yeah, I agree. If you bought Wilson, definitely you bought him for the next two, especially. So yeah, you want to start him. But yeah, it is a shame because Minty, I think that he's a nice pick also for this game week. Uh, but yeah. So talking about these teams, I talked also today. I think that I posted another video. It was recorded yesterday. Talked about the players which are bought in, which are sold. I gave my opinion about the different kind of options. Now, as you can see from the screen, Man City are predicted to score the most goals in the next six game weeks, which shouldn't come as a surprise, right? They are really good attacking side, 2.9 in game week 17 against the West Ham. Um, B- Doku is out for Manchester City, so this is the latest news we know. Marmoush is gone. He gone to African Cup of Nations. So someone like Turkey is emerging as a nice differential, as a nice punt. If you want a player for the next three from Manchester City, I think that Turkey is a nice differential if you want to go there. Other than that, Haaland, Foden, these are the options. If you don't have already them into your team, probably it's a good idea to just buy them. With Liverpool, as I said before, I just don't think that this is the perfect entry point, the perfect game to buy a lot of Liverpool players against Tottenham away. Although we saw what happened with Tottenham, also not Nepo. Remember in the deadline stream for game 16, we talked about not paying a lot of attention to Spurs, and they just lost to 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. So good for us that we didn't bought Spurs players on our fleet. So yeah, again, I think that this is not the best entry point to buy Liverpool players, and especially if you want to buy someone like Soboslai, there are no reasons to buy him this game because he could get a yellow card. Now, the positive thing about Soboslai is that he's expected to maybe be back for this game in Game Week 17, so his injury is not bad. That's the good part about Soboslai. After that, the fixtures are great for Liverpool. Game week 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The fixtures are great if you want to go for someone like Ekitike, Soboslai. Maybe Gakpo is also going to be available. Even someone like Florian Wirtz. I think that could be a nice differential in game week 18. That's the moment you want to go in for Liverpool players. Arsenal, again, apart from Bukayo Saka, probably I would try to avoid all the other attackers from Arsenal. Man United, the same pretty much. The next two are against Aston Villa and Newcastle, so there isn't a rush to buy Man United midfielders. Um, I think that Cunha is going to be a really nice pick from game week 19 onwards because they have really good fixtures, and yeah, pretty much that's it from Manchester United if you don't have already Bruno into your team. Newcastle also from game week 19. I think that the fixtures are really good for Newcastle, so we need to see. Again, the players I would be looking to probably are Voldemort and Gordon. The attacking players, probably that's it, because I just can't really trust Newcastle to play Barnes, to play Murphy, to play Elanga constantly. And around Christmas, I think that is going to be really important to have players into our teams who are going to have these minutes, and you can't trust they're going to get all the minutes. Players like Soboslai, for an example, players like Bruno Fernandes. With Liverpool, I remember that our games versus Spurs recently are always goal fest. Yeah, that's true. Again, that's true. Definitely, I don't think that it is. It is not like Arsenal away, right? But again, if you want one more week of information, for example, if you want to buy someone like Soboslai, I think there is no reason to buy him in Game Week 17 because he could get a yellow card and just miss Game Week 18 against Wolverhampton. So I think that the perfect situation is to just wait. Talking about someone like Soboslai, now, again, you bought Ekitike. I wish I had Ekitike into my team. I'm going to think about buying Ekitike next game week by selling Mateta, but I want to give Mateta one more game week and have one more game week of information. That's all. I think that Ekitike, probably if you want to go for forward, he's one of the best options at the moment in the game. But that's pretty much because all the forwards are a little bit rubbish. crazy scores like 6-3, 5-1, 4-3. Yeah, yeah, I remember also the game Liverpool won the title last season, right? It was 5-1 or something like that. But yeah, again, I just don't see it like a game against Burnley. That's the thing. But a lot of people were doubting Liverpool also against Brighton at home. I knew before that Liverpool have chances to score goals. Liverpool are a team who I think that they created the most chances to score from all the other Premier League teams this season, and it's crazy because everyone is talking like Liverpool are having the worst season ever, and the actual truth is, again, it was pretty horrible as a Liverpool fan to see all the games, how bad we played. But uh, if Liverpool win, I don't know, the next four, five, six, let's say the next four, because in Gameweek 21 they're going to play against Arsenal. I think the next four games they're going to be there. They're going to be on the second, third place. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. They have also a lot of easy fixtures coming up. So yeah. Um Hi FPL, Matty, win a lot. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Also, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, please consider leaving a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And yeah, really appreciate the support. 94 points this week for me. Free it left up to 2.1k. When's better to use the free it if I have no Liverpool? What do you think? Congrats. Firstly, congrats, Matty. What an amazing rank. 2.1k at this stage in the season is just unbelievable. And it's also really hard to be so high so early into the season. So, congrats, firstly, on your position. I'm not sure if I should give you some advices considering how good you are doing at the moment. And congrats also on 94 points. So, when's the best time to use the free if I have no Liverpool players? Uh, Yeah, let me just a second to see the fixtures for Liverpool, because I know that they're going to play against Wolverhampton in Game Week 18, I think, right? So probably that's one of the best game weeks. Liverpool are going to play against Wolverhampton in Game Week 18. In 19, they are going to play against Leeds at home, and Fulham in 20. Yeah, so again, it's 19 or 18 definitely, but both games are at home. Both are decent fixtures against Wolverhampton, against Leeds. Now, if you ask me right now, I think that Wolverhampton is still a better fixture to target Liverpool players, but you should also consider how your other players are, how the fixtures for your other players are in Game Week 18 and 19. Because for an example, let's say in Game Week 18, if you wanna in Game Week 18, if you want to use your freight, you can stack up with, I don't know, probably three attackers from Liverpool or two and one defender. You can have City are playing against Nottingham Forest, Arsenal against Brighton. Yeah. Other than that, Everton are playing against Burnley, so you can have some defenders from Everton, which I really like if you want to target that. West Ham, Fulham. And yeah, if we look also for Game Week 19, you could go for triple Man City against Sunderland, Man United. In Game Week 19, also Man United are going to play against Wolverhampton at home. So if you don't have also any Man United players, that's also a nice week to use the free hit in Game Week 19, because you can have triple Man United, triple Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa. Probably you're going to try to avoid that. You can have also triple Newcastle against Burnley, but again, if you trust the minutes for those, or you could just go for some defenders from Newcastle rather than go for Voldemort or. Uh, so again, I'm not sure how your team is looking at the moment, Matty. But if you want a gimmick where you can go a little bit more different, for an example, in gimmick 19, you can also go for three players from Man United, three from Liverpool, as I said before, and three from Newcastle, who are also going to play against Burnley. I think that's a nice gimmick to use the free. Um, Let me just check. Can you? I'm not sure, but I think that in Gameweek 19 you can use the frit, right? Before getting a second one. Um, so yeah, with if you want to target just Liverpool, I think that Gameweek 18 is a better fixture overall slightly because Liverpool are playing against Wolverhampton at home. But other than that, if you want to frit also in Gameweek 19 against Leeds at home, that's also perfectly fine. So yeah. My midfield last week was Saka, Wilson, Bruno, Foden, Eze, Haaland, Thiago, Danny Welbeck, defenders, Richards, O'Reilly, Timber, Anderson. So yeah, you have just Bruno, right, from Manchester United. You could use the free in Game Week 19 to try to, if you don't have already a plan to get Man United defend midfielders and attackers in Game Week 18. But yeah. Yeah, your team is looking okay. Eze has to go at some point. I think that you can't really rely on Eze's minutes. Danny Welbeck is a tough one because I would be tempted to just keep the next in the next 4 game weeks. 3 pictures are really good for Brighton, but again, the minutes are just not there for Welbeck, so it's a tough situation. Bournemouth defender. You're talking about Gaming 17, Matty. Uh, So you have Richards, O'Reilly, Timber, and Anderson. You have a really good team also. You have really good defenders for Gaming 17. So I don't think that you should target I don't know, getting someone like Senesi. Just again, if you wanna buy a Bournemouth defender just for 1 week in Gaming 17, that's perfectly fine. But long term the features are just not great. Sorry, I have the Bournemouth defender Senesi. Oh, okay. Okay. So you have Richards, O'Reilly, Timber, Anderson, and Senesi. That's really nice for Gaming 17. You have a pretty a decent benching headache there. So probably I would play O'Reilly, Timber, and Senesi. If you want me to pick 3 defenders for you, those 3 I would play, and then probably Richards from Crystal Palace. Do you think switching from Palace defense to Everton defense from Gaming 18 could be good? Yeah, yeah, I think that's okay. Now in gaming, the fixtures for Everton are definitely getting better. They are better than for Crystal Palace. So going for someone like Tarkovsky, Keane is okay. Now we need to see also when someone like Brentwaite is going to be back, because if that's going to happen, someone like Keane maybe is not going to get a lot of games. If you look at Crystal Palace, I'm just having the fixtures here. They have Spurs in Game Week 18, so that's not amazing. Then they have Fulham at home, which is nice in Game Week 19. Game Week 20, Crystal Palace against Newcastle away, not amazing. Uh, 21, Aston Villa, again, not amazing. Sunderland 22, Chelsea 23, Forest 24. So overall, the fixtures for Crystal Palace are not amazing. They are mixed. They are decent. If you still want to keep someone like Richards, who I think that is still great value, he's really good for defensive contributions. We saw it this season. So again, I think that it's also fine. But if you have the possibility to move to someone like Tarkovsky, Keane, that's also perfectly fine. I think that Everton defenders are going to be better from Game Week 18. Team value 106 millions. Great, great. That's an amazing team value, but fair enough, fair enough. It means you played this season amazingly, FPL Matty, and yeah, congrats on your season. Really great. Hopefully, my advices are going to help you. But yeah, please join us again sometime on these streams to see how you're doing, because yeah, you're doing great at the moment. Thanks for your answer. Thanks for your answer, Dennis. Thanks a lot. I thank you a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate you coming by. And yeah, hopefully we're going to see you more on these streams in the future. Hi, Poet Jewel. I don't know about third. True, Aston Villa are on very good form at the moment. Yeah. Which Everton assets would you want to focus on in the coming gaming? Sorry, Hellos, while I missed some questions. Everton assets. I mean, Njay is out to AFCON. Probably Barry, but again, probably I wouldn't go for Barry because there's always that risk on Beto playing. Idrissa Ganagay is injured. Grealish, I think he has a little bit of an injury. If Grealish was going to be fit, he could be a decent option, but mostly for me, I think that I'm going to look to maybe buy some Everton defenders. I mean, probably just one Everton defender in Game Week 18 if I'm not going to have anything else to do. But it's not a priority for me. Other than that, it's just Grealish and Barry at the moment. Dewsbury Hall is also injured, so we need to see how many gamings he's going to miss. So yeah. Good evening, Dennis. Good evening, Poyjul. Thoughts on Cucurella and King to Senesi and Semenyo? Probably you need to sell Cucurella to get Semenyo, right? You don't have enough cash. I just don't think that going for Senesi just for one gaming punt is worth it. I mean, the fixture is great if you want to do that. If you want to buy Senesi, I think that he's better than Cucurella for gaming 17 for what's worth. But yeah, Semenyo, I think that is a nice 1 week punt, or 2 week punts if he's not going to get a yellow card against Burnley. But with Senesi, sorry, the fixtures are just not great. And I think that there are better defenders elsewhere, Poyjul. So I don't know. I would be looking to. I don't know. If you wanna buy a defender, I would just go for O'Reilly if you don't have him already into your team. And King to Semenyo, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but you need to have the money, right, to do that. Yeah, amazing number. Doo-doo. Bro, I just typed my rank 6.9k and I think YouTube deleted my comment. Yeah, I didn't saw it. Maybe maybe that could happen. So it is 69k or 6k. Anyway, it is a good rank. It is better than me. Anyway, so congrats on that, Florin. Really nice, really nice. Hopefully, we're going to get better in the future now. Going back to, whoops. Yeah, let's talk also a little bit about some defenders. I think clean sheets will be decent, paired with great DEFCON for Senesi. We will just be consistent. I mean, let me just check again, but he's playing against Burnley, Game Week 17. Then Bournemouth are playing against Brentford away. Okay, it is nice. The next two are decent for Bournemouth. I don't mind it. But then from Game Week 19, Bournemouth are going to play against Chelsea. Then it's Arsenal in Game Week 20, and then it's Spurs in Game Week 21. Then it's Brighton away. Then it's Liverpool in Game Week 23. So again, the fixtures are just not great. From Game Week 24, the fixtures are getting a little bit better. So yeah, again, I don't mind. If you want to go for Senesi, definitely I think that he's good because he's really good for defensive contributions. That's a big plus to have in FPL. The next two are decent, as you can see from the screen. 40% of keeping a clean sheet for Bournemouth in Gaming 17. Now in Gaming 18 against Brentford away is not going to be that easy. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Again, the next two are decent if you want to go for Senesi, but after that the fixtures are just not great. They're going to play against Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, and Arsenal, which are almost the worst fixtures you want to have, and I don't see a lot of clean sheets in that period of time, especially. Um, Thanks. My move this week is going from Eze to Tanya to Tavernier. To Tavernier to leave me the funds to go from Danny Welbeck to Hugo Ekitike from Liverpool next week, but then I still got my free left. Nice. Tavernier is a nice punt. Again, if you don't want to go for Semenyo, that's a nice differential. Also, he scored really good points in Game Week 16. So yeah, as a Tavernier makes a lot of sense, and you need the funds, obviously. Now, another player probably who's going to be interesting could be someone like Jeremy Pino from Crystal Palace, but probably you don't want to go there. He's also really cheap, and I think that the minutes are going to be decent for him. Then Welbeck to Ekitike. Yeah, as I said before, I think that Gameweek 18 is the best entry point if you want to buy some Liverpool attackers. Let's see how the minutes are going to look like for Alexander Isak, Ekitike, Soboslai from next Gameweek on. I need a new goalkeeper instead of Lemons. Yeah, probably. Although after game week 17 and 18, the fixtures for United are going to be really great. Now, I'm not sure how much you can rely on Man United keeping some clean sheets, but yeah, probably you need a new goalkeeper, Florin. Just not the entry point for Everton, and don't see where else to go. As I said before, if you don't have O'Reilly, probably he's the best defender to buy this game week. Other than that, let's just move here on Fantasy Football Hub. So let's see for Game Week 17, right? Defenders with decent fixtures and also defenders we can look to buy in the future. O'Reilly, Senesi, as you said before. Someone like Van Heck, again, could be okay. But he's not the same level of Defcon monster like Senesi. Other than that, Crystal Palace defenders, but probably don't want to go there. An Arsenal defender, but probably don't have the money to buy them, right? Anderson, I don't think that I would go for him. A Brentford defender also could be better than Senesi for the short term. Someone like Collins, someone like Van den Berg. Again, if you, Poejul, if you like someone like Senesi, you're going to like also someone like Collins. Because he's really good also for defensive contributions and he has also some attacking threats, so he could be an option. But yeah, pretty much that's it. Other defenders don't have amazing fixtures in Game Week 17. That's the problem. This is not one of the best game weeks to buy a defender, I think. So yeah. I only sold Tavernier last week. Okay, yeah. Hi, Koig, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Hi Dennis, how's your game week? I'm okay. I got 80 points. Pretty much a fail of my freed because I didn't have Haaland and Foden, but I got a green arrow at the end, so it is what it is. Thanks a lot for asking. I'm in the mud. My team is Raya, Virgil van Dijk, Timber, Senesi, Anderson, Alderete. I mean, your defense looks pretty good from my point of view. Potts, Saka, Foden, Semenyo, Minte, Thiago, Welbeck, Haaland. Please suggest. You got 4 free transfers and 0.8 in the bank. So probably I would just play Raya, Virgil van Dijk, Timber, and Senesi, which is perfectly fine. Now, again, if you want to play 4 at the back, you could look to buy someone like O'Reilly. I think that he's a really nice defender to have. Other than that, Potts, Saka is perfectly fine. Foden is fine. Semenyo is amazing in Game Week 17. Minte is also good. Thiago is good. Welbeck is good. Haaland is good. So I just don't think that you're in the mud. You have also 4 free transfers. What I would look to do in your team, the fixtures for Van Dijk are great after this game week. So I would be tempted to keep. I'm going to keep Van Dijk in my team. Other than that, yeah, I like... I would look to, I don't know, maybe sell someone like Anderson or Alderete to buy someone like O'Reilly if you really want to make a transfer. Or looking at midfielders, yeah, honestly, I like those midfielders. Saka, Foden, Semenyo, Minte, I like them for Game Week 17. I just don't think that you should make some transfers. So yeah. Did you win in the overall cup? Yeah. I've gone through I've gone through the cup. Now, what you can do, again, you don't have the money to go from Welbeck to Ekitike, but Welbeck, if he's going to start, is a decent option also. So, yeah, I'm not sure. If I was into your position, probably I would look to probably I would roll honestly with four free transfers. Probably I would roll in your situation, but again, if you want to make some transfers, Minte, Welbeck are trolls like Sar and Wirtz. Uh, yeah, I have Minte in my team. I'm going to play him this game week. The fixtures in the next four, they have three really good fixtures. Besides that Arsenal game, so Wilson, again, honestly, everyone is going to go crazy about Harry Wilson, right? Because he just scored a lot of points against Burnley, but you could argue that Minte is a better pick than Wilson. Now, maybe you're going to call me crazy. Maybe let's say he's not, right? Let's say Wilson is a better pick than Minte for this gaming, but um, you pretty much missed the boat with Wilson, I think, a little bit because that fixture against Burnley, it's done. It's done. He's not going to play against Burnley every game week. Now, could he do damage in the next two? For sure, for sure. Uh, yeah, Wilson is nice. Wilson is nice, but are you going to sell Saka to buy Wilson? Probably not. If you want to sell Minte for Wilson, I don't mind it, but honestly, I wouldn't do it. That's just my opinion. Obviously, you don't need to follow my advices. So, yeah. Hi Hashiraktar, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate the support. Really good to see you here again. Hello Dennis, Timber, Richards, Lacroix, Virgil van Dijk, Chaloba, start 3. So I would start Timber for sure. Probably I would start Lacroix instead of Richards. Chaloba is going to play against Newcastle, so I would not start Chaloba, although Chelsea were amazing getting clean sheets in the last few gamings. I just think that the fixture is not great. And again, you could go all out on going for Crystal Palace defenders like Richards, Lacroix, but I also like Virgil van Dijk. So yeah, it's between, definitely I would start Timber and Lacroix for what's worth from those five. And then it's Richards versus Virgil van Dijk. Probably I would go for Virgil van Dijk. Now, bear in mind, I'm a Liverpool fan, so maybe I'm a little bit biased there, but I just think that Liverpool improved a lot defensive-wise, and I just think that Virgil van Dijk has way more attacking threat than Richards from Crystal Palace. So that's it. He's also, I think, better Van Dijk, or at least the same amount of defensive contributions like Richards. The fixtures, you're right, is not great for Liverpool. Spurs versus Leeds. I just think that Virgil van Dijk should have scored some goals in the last few game weeks, and I think that would slightly put me to play Virgil van Dijk instead of Richards. But yeah, again, if you ask me right now, probably I would play Timber, Lacroix, and Virgil van Dijk. But maybe that's going to change a little bit. So let's see. Ask me that question in the deadline stream for Gaming 17, and maybe I'm going to change my mind. But if I sell Minte, then he will haul. If I get Wilson, he will blank. Again, probably that's what's going to happen. Yeah, you're right. Whoever I get will blank, and whoever I sell hauls. Why? Why is this happening every gaming? Again, you're not alone. You're not alone in this situation. Yeah, these things happen in FPL, and that's the game we play. Sometimes we ask ourselves why we play this game, but it's football. Again, it's unpredictable. You're not going to get all the right decisions every gaming. Yeah, as I said before, probably at the moment, if you ask me right now, I would just keep Minte instead of just using a transfer to buy Raul Jimenez. Not Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson, sorry. So yeah. Raymond Rogers, thanks a lot for joining also. Rogers and Voldemort out for Semenyo plus Ekitike. I don't mind it. I think that Semenyo is an amazing pick for Gaming 17, and Ekitike, yeah. Personally, I think that he's going to get good minutes. Now, again, is he going to play every gaming 90 minutes? Probably not, because that's the only problem with Ekitike. Alexander Isak is still there. He's still going to start games. Now, the good part is Gakpo is still injured at the moment. We need to see how the injury is going. Salah is out to AFCON. So they pretty much, Liverpool are forced to play Ekitike and Isak both together. So yeah, I think that those moves are good. For what's worth, I think that Rogers is still okay if you want to keep him for Man United at home. After that, the fixtures for Aston Villa are pretty terrible. So yeah, and Voldemort again. The fixtures are great after Gameweek 17, but I understand if you don't want to keep him, that's perfectly fine. But it's a tough decision to do, Raymond. But I get all the wrong decisions every gaming. Yeah, I'm sure that's not true, Koig. But yeah, you're going to get also those good decisions. So yeah, just trust the process. Hopefully for you, it's going to turn up a little bit. So yeah, again, just you. It's easy for me to say because maybe I'm not. I don't know, that rage type of person. Uh, at the end of the day, I'm making my moves. If I feel like I made the right call, and the outcome is really bad, it is what it is. You can't change it after the deadline. So again, you don't need to overthink it too much. Try to be more patient. Try to, I don't know, trust the process, trust your gut feeling. If you think that Harry Wilson is going to score more points than Minte, just sell Minte to Harry Wilson and that's it. But bear in mind, Minte doing something against Sunderland at home is a total possibility. So you can't say that you don't know that, right? Which do you think is more important, form of fixtures? Personally, I'm I'm looking, let's say, more on form a little bit because on fixtures. Sorry, yeah, I got that wrong. Personally, I'm looking more on fixtures than form because form is such an unpredictable metric to measure. I think because, for an example, I don't know. Erling Haaland is in great form. Now, this is not the best example. This is not the best example. Haaland blanked. I was about to say that Haaland blanked against Leeds. He blanked against Sunderland, and he holed against Crystal Palace away and Fulham away, and that's totally against the fixtures. But again, at the same time, Haaland is on form, and he blanked against Leeds and Sunderland. So that's kind of weird. Again, usually I my trust the process is becoming like Arsenal. Yeah, I mean they are good. They are doing good this season, Arsenal. So yeah, trusting the process has worked out pretty well for them. Let's see how they are going to finish the season. My only good this season was Van de Ven 23 points, just like that. I mean, again, I had Van de Ven on my bench when he scored 23 points, so it was really horrible. Uh, I think that there was also a little bit of luck attached to that. Nobody can predict when a defender is going to score 2 goals. He's going to get a clean sheet. He's going to get defensive contributions, and he's also going to get maximum bonus points. Nobody can predict when that's going to happen, but congrats on that. What an amazing. Could you look at my team, please? Yeah, for sure. Radu Gaveluț, also thanks a lot for joining the stream. Uh, 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 uh. Also, guys, by the way, I think that Fantasy Football Hub have a really nice promotion uh, or discount, I should say, for the Christmas. Something like, if you wanna, again, this is Fantasy Football Hub. If you don't know already, you can try it. And if you're going to buy a membership, if you're not going to improve your rank, they're going to give you a free membership next year. So again, if you want to check it, you have the links into my description. This is your team, right? Radu Gavriluța. I'm not so sure how many free transfers do you have. 7 changes for City. I'm just seeing it. City are playing also against Brentford, I think, tonight. So bear in mind what's going to happen tonight. Uh, uh, uh. So, yeah, I'm looking at your team. I'm not so sure how many free transfers do you have, but probably you should try to find a way to get rid of Burn, Munoz, and Njaya, right? All these players are pretty much out for. I have 5 free transfers and don't know who to buy, sell. Yeah, for me it was easy. I just sold Njaya to buy Semenyo. Now for you, it is a little bit harder. You have also Riley. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're going to sell Munoz. You need to sell Munoz. He's going to be out for some period of time. Yeah, but the thing is, that's really tough because not a lot of defenders have good fixtures in Gameweek 17 and also good fixtures long term. So I'm just not sure. I mean, you could go for someone like Hincapie, but is it worth the risk? Eze also is not getting a lot of minutes, so he's also probably a sell at some point. Uh, let's look at midfielders first because with defenders it's a little bit much more harder. So you have 6.3 millions. Again, someone like Bruno Fernandes, I think that you should try to aim to have him close to, I don't know, Game Week 19 when the features are going to get better. So let's just, I don't know, other midfielders, Rice is okay, Cunha is okay, but the next two are just not amazing for United. Soboslai, I just don't think that this is the week to buy Soboslai. That's the only reason why I'm not recommending you to buy him. I would just like to wait to see this gaming. If he's going to get a yellow card against Tottenham, he's going to miss Wolverhampton in gaming 18. So I would not buy Soboslai probably this gaming because the risk is just too much, too big at the moment. So as I said before, cheap midfielders: Anderson from Nottingham Forest, Minte, Harry Wilson if you want to go there, Dewsbury Hall if he's going to be back soon. He's a really nice option. Other than that, let's try to add here Bruno Fernandes, but then again, talking about defenders, yeah, from Gaming 18, I like some Everton defenders if you want to go there. Even someone like Chow could be okay. The fixtures for Newcastle are going to get better from Gaming 19 onwards. Burnley, Palace, Leeds, Wolves, Aston Villa. They could be nice. And also for Everton, it's Burnley, Forest, Brentford, Wolves, Aston Villa, Leeds. So again, probably someone like Keane makes a lot of sense. And but yeah, but you don't have enough money to do all these moves. Hey Dennis, the man is. Thanks a lot for joining. Mkaki, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Um, Arsenal will bottle in December. They do this every season, Dennis. I don't know. Who am I to say no, right? Man City are there. Man City are there. So yeah, yeah. Haaland screwed my triple captain against Leeds. That is how my season is going on. Yeah, I also triple captain Haaland in that game week against Leeds. The outcome was really bad. He was really bad also in that game week, curling Haaland. So yeah. So Radu Gavriluca again. Uh, I'm not sure if you want to sell Eze or if you want to sell Welbeck. So the easy option for you, it would be to free up some cash to sell Welbeck to someone like Mark Guyu if you don't want to play with 3 strikers in the future. But if you want to sell Eze, fair enough, you could go for uh, so Bruno Fernandes instead of Unjae. You could go for a Rice if you want. You could go for, yeah, but you don't have a lot of money, so that's the problem. Yeah, probably you don't have the money to do to buy Bruno Fernandes if you're not going to downgrade one of your attackers. Hello, bro. My defense is Richards, Chow, Anderson, and Timber. I want to strengthen it. Should go for Virgil or Riley, and who should I sell for this? if we're talking about Gaming 17, it's a no-brainer. I would just go for O'Reilly. If you're talking about Gaming 18, maybe Virgil van Dijk, but yeah. Is Vicario a sell? Yeah, I saw. It's not amazing that he's playing against Liverpool, but I'm just not sure how many free transfers you want to use in Gaming 17. I wanted for you to try to not use all of them, but yeah. Vicario, Liverpool, Crystal Palace, and Brentford away next three is not amazing. Is not amazing. So at some point you need to sell Vicario, yeah. So Sam Maguire, thanks a lot for joining also the stream. Richards, Chow, Anderson, and Timber. If you have the money, I would just sell probably Anderson to buy O'Reilly because I, or maybe Richards, to buy O'Reilly if you don't need Richards, obviously. Because for Chow and Timber, I would try to keep them a little bit more for the next two, for the next three at least. So probably it's Richards or Anderson to sell. Arsenal will either draw or lose against Everton away. They can't break down low block teams. Unlike City, they got low block destroyer in the form of Foden. That's true. That's true. Best goalkeeper to buy, not Raya, too expensive. If we're talking about Gaming 17, I like Verbruggen. Uh, I like Verbruggen. Pickford, he's again, if you're going to go for Pickford, probably just better just go for Raya. Probably he's expensive Pickford, but he's okay if you want it. If you want him from Game Week 18, my favorites one are Verbruggen. They're going to play against Sunderland, West Ham, and Burnley in the next four. After that, the fixtures are not amazing, but again, he's a 4.4 million goalkeeper. Other than that, Petrovic maybe, but yeah, after the next two, the fixtures are not great for Bournemouth, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Brighton, Liverpool is just horrible from Game Week 19 onwards. Uh, yeah, I think that it's Verbruggen or Kelleher, something like that. Wolves, Bournemouth, Spurs, Everton, Sunderland, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. The fixtures are pretty decent for Kelleher long term, so probably that would be my picks. Other than that, Pope uh, from Gameweek 19, I like, but yeah, Kelleher or Verbruggen. If we talk about Gameweek 17, thank you, bro. No problem, Sam Maguire. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. So hold on to Minte and Welbeck then. With Minte, I would be much more willing to hold because with Minte, at least he's starting all the games. With Welbeck, it's a little bit more tricky. Again, if you think that he's going to start some of the next few game weeks, the next in the next four, as I said before, they have some nice fixtures, so I would be tempted to keep him. And the thing is, if you're going to sell Welbeck, I think that you don't have enough money to go for someone like Ekitike, and the forwards at the moment are all pretty much rubbish. Even someone like Igor Thiago was horrible for the last few game weeks without the penalty. So yeah, where are you going to go? You're not going to buy Mateta. You're not going to buy Voldemort. You're not going to go for Barry probably. Ekitike at the moment is looking decent, but not great for Gaming 17. So yeah, just watch how likely Welbeck is going to start in Game Week 17. And if he's not going to start, you could just downgrade Welbeck to someone like Mark Guyu and just upgrade one of your midfielders if you want, Koig. So yeah. O'Reilly, Reinders, and Cherky are starting in the cup for Manchester City now. Hopefully O'Reilly is not going to get an injury or something like that. Yeah, interesting lineup. O'Reilly, Reinders, and Cherky, the important players who are starting. Haaland is on the bench. Foden is on the bench. Yeah, okay. So yeah, wait at least before making your transfers to see how this game week is going to end. Uh, I'm constantly failing in ranks. What to do? Uh, Again, you're going to get some green arrows. You're going to get some green arrows. Even myself, I pretty much failed my freed, but still I got a green arrow. So again, you're going to get better. Just trust the process. Try to be patient. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do in FPL. I have and also, you don't need to be patient every time. I have 5 free transfers. I used already two to buy O'Reilly and Semenyo. This is my team currently, how it's going to look like probably for Gameweek 17. Uh, Again, what to do? Just bring players who have good fixtures, bring good players who are going to score goals. So yeah, that's an easy advice from me. And also, you need to have some luck in this game. That this is the truth. You need to have some luck. You can't, uh, I don't know. But the green arrows are going to come at some point. Yes, Thiago was flying before he got into my team, but as soon as he got in my team, 2 points merchant. Yeah, yeah, pretty much that's it. So, Koig, please let me know. Please let us know which players are you going to buy next, so we can sell them, right? Thanks a lot for doing that. Then Welbeck replacement. I got Thiago and Haaland. Ekitike. Ekitike, Guyu, Obi for Man United to just upgrade in midfield or in defense. Again, I wouldn't buy Mateta this game week. I wouldn't buy Voltemart. I wouldn't buy Bowen because he's playing against City. From game week 18, Bowen is okay. If you wanna play for with three strikers, Ekitike is okay from game week 18 onwards. Again, if you wanna buy a striker this game and you have Haaland and Thiago, probably I would say that Ekitike is the best you've got. Probably that's where I would go at least. So yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think that we talked about different topics in this stream. Thanks a lot for turning up on this stream. Really appreciate the support. Really, it was really a pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, thanks a lot for being here. I think that we're going to end this stream because there isn't a lot of more information to talk about. If I don't know, we had more things to talk, then we would talk about that. I have uploaded a free draft for Gaming 17. I have also uploaded today some kind of a gaming preview for Gaming 17. So if you didn't check them before, please try and check them. Maybe you're going to enjoy them. And yeah, leave a like on your way out if you enjoyed this stream. Please consider subscribing if you're new on this channel. Consider the memberships if you want to support this channel even more. That would mean the world to me, and it really means a lot. You're going to have some badges. You're going to have some emojis. You're going to be put up on the Hall of Fame on at the end of every video. But again, all the content is going to be free anyway. If you're not in the position to do that. Thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Really appreciate the support. If you have any more questions, ask me in DM on Twitter or any other platform. And yeah, I'm going to upload tomorrow my team selection for. I think I will open a YouTube channel to avoid players. Yeah, it would be a nice idea. Koig, it would be a nice idea, a nice troll parody FPL content YouTube account. So I would subscribe to you. So feel free to do that. I would subscribe. Uh, so yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Make sure you watch my team selection tomorrow, and I'm going to see you on stream on Saturday. I think, yeah, is the deadline for Gaming 17. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a good night, everyone, and I'm going to see you soon.